This demonstration shows how to look at the gradient of a line. We have on the graph paper the red line, which is a curve y equals minus x cubed plus 3x plus 1. A tangent has been drawn at x equals 0.5, and the tangent is the blue line, which just touches the curve at the point x equals 0.5. At this point, the gradient of the tangent is 2.25, which is recorded at the top here. That gradient is found by drawing a line on the tangent and then measuring the height, and this is 2.25 here, over the base of the triangle, which is 1. Where do you draw the triangle? Well, it doesn't matter. Anywhere along the blue line, if you draw the triangle, the gradient will still be the same. So you can see when I move this point to the right, the triangle has got bigger, but the gradient is still 2.25. That's because both the height and the base have increased by the same proportion. I could make the triangle as big as I like. And here you see again the gradient has remained at 2.25. Let me reduce the triangle to a smaller size again and see what happens when we change where the tangent hits the red line. If I move this point to the right, you can see that as I go to point 6, the gradient is now smaller at 1.92. The line has become less steep. Moving it further, up to point 8, again you can see it is reduced to 1.08. And this can be seen in the triangle, because the height of the triangle has reduced. As we reach the top part of the curve, when x equals 1, the gradient is effectively 0. And the program represents this by putting an extremely small number. It doesn't exactly recognize 0. Watch what happens as we move past the peak. Here we see that the slope is going the opposite direction, and this is indicated by a negative gradient. It is still the height of the triangle here over the base, but it is negative because the slope is going downwards to the right. As we keep moving down, you can see that the gradient increases. It is now minus 7.83. So going back to the start point, the gradient goes to 0 at the point where x equals 1. Here it is 2.52. Going further left, then goes back to 0 at the minimum, and further beyond that it goes negative again. So you can see the gradient changes, and at each point we can draw a triangle to measure exactly what the gradient is.